Hello, this is the last in my series of helpful tips for traveling with your bike. We talked about how to take off the pedals, how to remove the seat post, and how to take off the handlebars. Today we're going to be talking about the rear derailleur and the rotors, and then one last helpful tip for when you travel with your bike. The rear derailleur can get damaged during travel because it sticks out. Especially if you have a soft case, I really recommend taking it off while you travel. First, keep in mind if you have any cables coming to it, like your Di2 cables, take those out using your tool. Remember, we talked about this. And then tape that cable using electrical tape somewhere to the frame. Then, to take off the rear derailleur, you have the frame, you have the hanger right back there, the derailleur, and then this is the screw you want to undo to take it off of this hanger. Once it's off, wrap it in bubble wrap, an old hand towel, something like that, and then the rear wheel will be off for transit, so you're going to have space here in between that wheel. And I usually kind of stick it in between right here, and somehow using ropes or rubber bands or something, I tie it to the frame so it doesn't move around. Another thing you should really consider taking off are the rotors, because if they get dinged or bent during travel, then they will make noises as they go through this brake pad, and that's super, super annoying, and you don't want to have that. So you can get a tool to take those off. Go to your local bike shop, ask them what tool you need, and it's quite easy to get those off if you have the right tool. Another thing to keep in mind is you will have to deflate your tires when you travel on an airplane. And if you are running tubes and clinchers, go ahead and deflate them the entire way. If you're running tubeless, do not deflate them the entire way, because that tire will unseat from the rim, and then all your sealant will leak out. And not only will that create a mess, but it might be really hard to find a shop or a compressor pump when you get to your destination to reseat those tires. So if you deflate them about halfway, that will be enough pressure to keep those tires seated on the rims, and your sealant will not leak out. And one last thing to keep in mind when you travel, if you remove anything from your bike, like your seat post or your handlebars, you want to make sure you put them back on in the exact same position they were before. So mark them. You can use electrical tape, you can use a Sharpie. Those are two great methods. I hope my tips were helpful. Happy travels and have fun.